What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I stand with Vic Mignogna and always have and always will unless new, more convincing evidence is ever released. And this past weekend was Anime Matsuri, one of the largest conventions here, for anime, the anime fandom, the television, cartoons, manga, all sorts of stuff. And of course, they have always stood by voice actor Vic Mignogna. And now, over the past weekend, another pathetic attempt to, smear Kaho Shibuya or to just, I'm not sure. If you've been following, obviously, the Vic Mignogna situation from maybe a year or two ago, you know that there is eternal anger from people like Mars Girl and others that continue to try and get this convention canceled for the crime of hosting Vic Mignogna, a man that was never really charged with anything as far as I could tell. Now he was unable to prove his case against his former employer, but nonetheless, I don't think it made him look any worse, and I think it brought out a lot of the worst in a lot of the people that talked negatively about him. Over the weekend, there was an anonymous email sent. This is via Bounding into Comics, and also Hero High reported on this. Anonymous email sender spreads false rumor that the actress Kaho Shibuya planned to host an anime hookup party at Anime Matsuri. An Anime Matsuri staff member has adamantly refuted the recent rumor that former Japanese actress Kaho Shibuya first circulated in an email blast sent to Anime Matsuri attendees that she plans to host an after-hour anime hookup party as part of the convention's programming. Sent to attendees on July 7th from a Gmail account purportedly belonging to an individual named, a fake name obviously, and claiming to have been authored by Shibuya herself, the email blast in question announced that the former JAV star would be holding the anime hookup party at 1 a.m. July 13th, in Shibuya's crossing stage for guests and artists, where I will give out the best experience for you guys in costumes. And this email is written as her. In this party, me and Anime Matsuri babies will offer BJs, HJs, TJs, and spice. A spicy conversation email explained. At the end of the party, the luckiest person will get to spend the night with me at Marriott Marquis Houston, July 14th with, quote, full service. I don't know if I'd want service after somebody had given out an enormous amount of free BJs to convention goers. I spent a lot of time in cons, and I will tell you, it's probably not going to be, I don't want, no, just no. Also this says, this will be decided through a raffle, which is available for everyone to participate. The post concluded, anyone who wants to join the raffle can send me the email with name and booth position to Anime Matsuri Projects International Relations Tech Lead Jacob Takahashi. Now, this is also, it seems like a weird attempt to smear Takahashi. The bizarre message was brought to further widespread attention on social media when Takahashi himself shared a screenshot of the email to his personal Twitter account and stated that the entirety of the content were, quote, totally fake. This is hilarious. If you get an email, I think it goes without saying, it's totally fake, wrote Takanashi. It's insane the lengths that some groups will go. Lamau. Now, I believe this is a reference to the people who continue to try and smear Anime Matsuri for their hosting of Vic Mignogna. Maybe it's not related. Maybe it's not related. But it sure seems like it probably is. Because in my experience, when you stood with Vic, the other side, the Kick Vickers, there were elements of that group that were not above doing some heinous things. Takanashi also then further clarified that any communications from me about the convention and my guests will come directly from me at my work address, not some random Gmail account, obviously. In a follow-up thread published by Takanashi after receiving an email inquiry regarding the email from Anime News Network, who asked such questions as, what regulations are being considered to ensure the safety and health of the workers at the party? And asked details for Shibuya's listed Spice Fest panel. The Anime Matsuri staff member publicly responded to Loveridge's message, beginning with the declaration that email sent was from an outside source. Likely someone is trying to stir up a rumor. This hookah party was not, nor will it ever be, a thing at the cons in Takanashi. It was never planned. It's complete fabrication. This fest, the Spice Fest, is a panel for people of age hosted by Miss Shibuya, where people often poke fun at absurd moments in Japanese films. Sometimes there's Q&A about the industry. It's commonplace at many conventions. He continued that, noting that there is no public information because the party was fabrication. The AM babies, it's actually babes, whoever fabricated this email must not have done their research, or a dance squad who perform at some of our main events before repeating the total of 4 times in hopes that the message would be communicated. This hookah party was a fabrication. Also, to add, the convention takes place July 8th through the 11th at Takanashi. Therefore, there will be no Shibuya crossing stage on the 13th, as the convention will have ended 2 days earlier. In conclusion to his second thread, Takanashi added, it should also be known that likely culprit behind this fabricated email is a gentleman who has been stalking and spreading false rumors about Kaho for the past few years, and linked to a thread written by Shibuya herself in which she detailed her experience with being stalked and harassed by this individual by the name of Lee Min Triet, or also different alias. Kaho herself addressed in an email on July 8th, writing on her personal Twitter account that some are worried about a spam chain email pretending to be me, which my manager's name is stated as this guy, referring to the aforementioned person. While the actual email lists Robert Bell as her manager, it appears that they believe the name is being used as a pseudonym by this person. However, despite both Takanashi and Kao's public vocal denial of not only the message veracity, but also that no such event was ever planned for Anime Matsuri, some, particularly those who may already be keeping tabs on the convention due to the invitation of former Dragon Ball voice actor Vic Mignogna as a special guest, continued to exhibit skepticism towards his response. And here we have the disingenuous hot take from Mars Girl, whose entire personality was, built on Vic Mignogna. Jacob claims it's false, but if it isn't, and it appears at least a handful of Anime Matsuri guests received this email, whether real or not, it implicates the AV Idol, her managers, the AM chairs, and the host of the show in soliciting this, and it's a crime. I mean, this is former channel awesome content creator Carolyn Mars Girl Sacido, who is, in my opinion, a hilariously terrible liar. However, hours later, Sacido admitted that she may have been too quick to judgment, right? What's so crummy is that this very likely could have been internal sabotage, since they have a whole list of guests and vendors that this went out to. Though she also attempted to justify her vocal skepticism by blaming the fact that the con had so many problems for almost 15 years. It's such an easy thing to believe. That's like saying, well, yeah, I was wrong, but look at this other thing. Of course, on July 11th, Takanashi reported to yet another totally fake email blast, presumably from the same person. The email assured recipients that this evening is still proceeding, and Takanashi's post was made to placate negative public opinion. If you want to come, here's the thing. He also took a moment to push back against Takanashi then responded to, it will be a wasted trip because nobody from the con will ever be there because the party does not, nor has it ever existed. Also, please stop messaging my wife. She's 9 months pregnant and does not need this stress. Kaho herself has also said the email is fake. So this Jacob Takanashi, people are sending this stuff to his wife in an attempt to, cause problems in his marriage. And this is the extent of the Kick Vickers. They have no bad tactics at all when they're trying to, maintain or push whatever this is. They're still obsessed that, I guess, Vic Mignogna isn't, dead and buried. And this is also a crossover with. So essentially you have an obsessed fan crossing over with an obsessed hater group, which is the Kick Vickers. So I guess first and foremost and furthermore, in conclusion, This email is fake. Obviously, if it was real, it would be totally worth the price of admission, I imagine. But no, it's fake. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.